What's going on, guys? Alright, so this is part 3 of the 6R80 install. As you can see, the transmission just sitting there. But tonight, just been working on getting the transcooler mocked up and everything. I've got my little custom mounts I made, and pretty much I got everything tore apart. Now they're really just do the final install. Well, just really get the cooler into the car. The biggest task. So gonna be doing that next. Put everything in. Just clean up the parts and all I made. Picked up this little tool here. Thanks to Jeremy. It's a ribbon nut. It's got different sizes here for each bolt you want to use. Get a kind of idea what it looks like. But great little tool. Glad I picked it up. It's definitely making this install a whole lot easier. Let me show you why. Alright, so sticking the transcooler right here in this open spot where a muffler will used to go. Alright, so those ribbon nuts I was talking about are right there. Got 4 of them in here. And you can't see the ones right on the other side. But pretty much you just drill out the size hole you need. And you want this as tight as possible. You can just push it in, and it's kind of like a rivet gun, sort of, and just puts them in place. Really like this tool. Going to use it more often. So, like I said, I got everything all in place where I need to put my homemade brackets here. You can see, and like I said, I'm just gonna got some locking washers. Some around here, but I took it all apart because I need to put the locking washers on and everything, and pretty much finish up at least get up in the car and be done with that for right now. And I'll probably work on the transmission next. I need to do a little research, see if I can use my my shield or my plate. See if I can use that on it. If not, we'll have to pick one up. But gonna get this together and hopefully get this done tonight, and probably call it a night. Alright, so that is the not really a finished result, but the cooler is mounted up in the car. You can see it got it bolted in. On this side too, it's all bolted up. Got a lock washer on it, or a lock nut. And I got everything locked in place. And you probably not tell, it's got plenty of room to breathe. So now I just gotta wait till we get the transmission in the car. And I was able to put fittings on it just fine. So no biggie there. Not sure I'm going to use these exact fittings, but at least I know I can get a fitting on it. And I got the wiring here. But won't worry about that till we get the transmission in the car. And we'll go from there. What's up, guys? Welcome back. So tonight, well, last night we left off. We got the transcooler installed. I don't know if you can see that or not, probably not. But we got that finished up. And I got the old clutch cable out. Got that removed. And next, we are going to remove the pilot bearing from the crank. Gonna do this little trick here. I've heard about it. I think Casey done it to his car and it worked. So I'm gonna try it. But gonna use some bread. So we got some bread here. Gonna get up underneath here. Oh, got a bolt here. It's a little on the small side, so I'll put a little electrical tape on it to help make up the spacing. So we're gonna put it through like so. It's not tight and it ain't loose, so it's perfect really. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna pack a whole bunch of bread in here till I can't stick no more in, and I'll stick my bolt in here and get a hammer and start pressing it in, and I'll probably have to stick more bread in it again and go press again, and this pilot bearing should start working its way out. So this is a simple, well, cheap way, I guess you can say it, to get your pilot bearing out, because I've priced it today at my local O'Reilly's. It's about $80 to rent the tool to take this out. So I'm gonna try this method first. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, well, guess we'll go down and we'll rent the tool. But so I'll get my bread, start packing it in there. Got my bolt here, and I got a hammer somewhere around here, and we're gonna start hopefully get this bearing out. Alright, so I got one loaf of bread in so far, and it is pushing the bearing out. And it's actually pretty easy. So I'm going to stick a little bit more bread in it, and it should do it. It should pop its way out. You can see, it's hard to tell, but this used to be flush with the crank. Now it's pushed out. So I think just a little bit more, about 2 more minutes worth of beating on it, and I think it'll be out. Alright, so that trick did work. Popped it right out. Got a little cake of bread in there, but we can get that out with a screwdriver. But if you're looking for save some money, this is a good idea. So I gotta keep that in mind if I do another clutch swap or something on our car. But apparently this will work on any vehicle. It doesn't have to be a Mustang, or 302 or 351. Apparently this work on any motor. So it's a pretty cool idea. Saw it online and had to give it a shot. And of course Casey did it to his car when he did the C4. He said he used bread, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of weird, but it does work. So cool. Alright guys, so the next thing on the list of things to do is we have to take the dowel pins out on both sides. This one was easy. The passenger side here was real simple, came out with very little effort. This driver's side sucked. So this is what I did. So this is the driver's side dowel. I grinded both sides down, so I was able to get the vice grips on it and at least turn it to break it loose. I did put some PB Blaster on it. First off, started trying to get out with some vice grips. Wasn't budging like the first one. Here's the first one. Came out with these. So driver's side here. Try the same thing. Wouldn't turn with the vice grip. So I got the grinder out and grinded both sides down to at least have a flat edge for my vice grips. I was able to break it loose. Keep in mind I did use PB Blaster. It did soak for about an hour. Was able to turn it. So got a little bolt similar to this size but shorter, because we ain't got much room to work here. You got your steering shaft here, you got your headers, you got your motor mount, dipstick tube there. So you got very little room to work, and the hole is right here. So up on the other side here, got the bolt, and I had a little bolt, a little short one. Put it in. I was able to work it out quite a bit. And I got my long bolt here, and finish it off with that, with the little hammer there. So this one took a little longer to get out, but it's out. With this kit, you cannot use the stock dowel pins. They have to come out. The kit comes with new dowel pins. But we'll show you that once we start getting the transmission installed. I did pick up a new rear main seal. Go ahead and swap this out. Might actually got the wrong one, but I have to see when I pull this one out. I think the one I mistakenly got was goes further inside the crank. But I have to look that up. But yeah, both dowel pins are out. So if you have a little trouble getting the driver's side out, try the bolt method. It worked for me. Well, if you have a grinder, then grind by. If you have a grinder, grind both sides down. At least break it loose. I think breaking it loose helped a lot. Then go back behind it and punch it out with a little bolt and a hammer. And like I said, this side I was able to get a little punch here. Was able to punch that one out just fine. So that pretty much completes that, except for the rear main seal. We'll get that fixed up. I need to double check, make sure I got the right one. I know it's for 351. I think I might have got the one that, like I said, goes up and inside of the crank here. But guys, I'm gonna wrap this video up here. I'm gonna try to keep these videos short as possible, and much detail as possible as I can, just because this is all new and everything. I'm just going based off the instructions and the research I've done. But anyways, guys, I hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you do, leave me a like. You have a comment, leave a comment below. And until next time, I'll see y'all later.